Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I am a spiritual medium and intuitive card reader. And today I have a message for Aquarius. I have asked spirits as well as my guides to come through with a message that will be deeply meaningful for you this week and also very helpful as you navigate your spiritual journey. Now, if you feel compelled at any point during this video to like or comment, that would be great. It's so awesome to always hear from you, and I appreciate the support for the channel. I encourage you to consider subscribing to the channel because if you do, we stay in contact each week and you get the consistent advice and support from Spirit to help you as you navigate. So let's jump straight to your reading. They had me draw extra cards. So I feel like there's a lot going on and there's a lot of encouragement that you need this week. So energy around you is the Three of Cups. We've got the celebration. This is also the card of parties and social times, but you don't really want to go to the party, which is strange for an Aquarius, but you're here by yourself, the Four of Cups. So they're having a great time together and you're like, nope, I don't belong. I'm not going to be there. I'm just going to go off by myself. And while this card can sometimes mean introspection, I'm feeling right now that this card is a little too much pity party. Like you're at your own pity party. You're feeling sorry for yourself and you're just kind of feeling stuck, a little dejected and a little discouraged. So let's look at the rest of your cards. Usually I draw 3, but they had me draw 5. We have kind of 2 stories going on. We've got the 6 of Swords, 8 of Wands, and 4 of Swords. On the other side, we have Queen of Wands going into the King of Cups. So this is a bit of a cautionary because of the issues that are coming up here. There's part of you that wants to kind of drop this project, drop this idea, and I'll explain this a little more in a second, but you want to kind of drop this and try something new. You're like, well, that obviously didn't work. I'm going to move on. And they're saying that if you don't fix these other issues, you're not going to have the momentum and the forward motion that you really want to have. The 6 of Wands is moving on from a situation that went on for too long. And you're trying to go into this 8 of Wands, which is, yes, the thing that I want, gaining momentum and finally coming to fruition. But then you have the 4 of Swords that stops it. So that says, nope, something's still going to stop that energy and your thoughts are still going to kind of get in the way. This is not always how I read these cards, but that's how I'm feeling it right now. So let's talk about this thing that you're actually wanting to avoid. Queen of Wands going into the King of Cups. There's a feeling that your creative self, your creative endeavors, and who kind of at the bottom, who you feel you are as a person, you don't feel like they were ever fully supported. And so there's a reluctance to bring things to their complete fruition. There's a reluctance to go the distance. There's a reluctance to really stay the course and finish it out because you just never felt that you were fully supported all the way. And it's hard to trust the universe. And it's just hard to trust that the project is going to work out, that the thing is going to come forward for you. The Queen of Wands I'm using as your project. But it's really the creative self, the self that can take something from an idea and put it out into the world as this beautiful thing and stand confidently behind it in the security, the knowing that it's really, really of worth, of value to the world. But we're lacking that nurturing. She's trying to go into this King of Cups here, which is the nurturing, the trust, the wounds that you feel, and you want them to be healed. And you want them to be healed by this manly energy, this male energy, which is actually a bit more feminine because it's water, it's more sensitive, it's more caring. And that's what we lacked. That's what you feel you lacked. That sensitive, caring, nurturing person that understood you, because the creative process takes a lot of nurturing from ourselves and from others. And so there's part of your masculine side that does not know how to nurture your own creative projects. And that's why it's more attractive for you to just dump it and start over. And that's what we've got happening here. But again, the cautionary is you take yourself wherever you are. So if you start over, you're going to get the same result because you are currently the same person that hasn't resolved this. So What this has to do with is really understanding your place of belonging, your sense of belonging, not within the universe, not within a social group, but within yourself. Understanding that you belong to yourself, male and female side. That the creative side of you that wants to grow, that wants to put your projects out, that has these ideas, has these inspirations, and has these visions needs to be supported by that male side. You yearn outside of you for that father figure that gets you, that father figure that hugs you when you cry, that helps you through a difficult situation. And it's you don't feel connected to it. But the problem is that you need to search for that contrary element within yourself because, this is in a ways it's kind of a fantasy or a dream. And you could have this energy in an actual person, but if you don't take it in, if you don't integrate it into yourself, either you won't receive it or it's still not going to be effective because you haven't fully accepted it as part of yourself. So, this is about using that masculine energy to nurture your feminine creative voice, as well as support everything that you want to put into the world, everything that you actually want to do. So let me see if there's anything I've missed. It's also just not the time to move on yet. I mean, you're so close. The queen, the highest she can go is king, right? In our ranks, we go from 1 to 10, and then the highest thing is a king. Queen is second in command. So in the tarot, I obviously don't believe that in real life, but that's how the tarot system works. So that's just the thing. You're almost there. This is not the time to drop it. You have to get through this last hurdle because again, it's a stopper on any future projects as well if you run away from it this time. So if you've got questions about that, please reach out in the comments below. It's always great to hear from you. And if you'd like some additional spiritual exploration or support, I do have some openings for readings this week. TrueGuidanceTarot.com is where you can book. And there's also a link in the description below. So I look forward to seeing you next week and have a good one.